We've got a big project here. We're doing a primary residence for one of the most viewed guys on the internet, along with his personal 13,000 square foot hangar. We got a lot of eyes on us here, a lot of eyes before inspections. And this is a really cool project, one big vision, one big dream come true for Cleetus McFarland. All right, so I'm Kyle Hoy with Trinity Custom Homes. We're here on site with Cleetus McFarland and his brand new 13,000 square foot hangar. Cleetus, tell us a little bit about this project and what the biggest challenge of this hangar has been so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, the background is I purchased this airfield, now known as Bald Eagle Airfield, 2 years ago. Around the same time you and I met and we started to talk about this project. I bought it with the intention of building a house and a hangar out here for my aircraft. And it's come a long way, obviously, since we started about 11 months ago, if you can believe it or not. It's been that long. I would say the biggest challenge has probably been the door. You know, that was a significant operation. That's a 130-foot clear span door, and just sorting out the process of obtaining it, building the building around it, and making it all possible was a big challenge. But Brad from Chambliss did a great job with that. The other challenge has been painting everything. So much raw steel. I mean, everything, those stairs right there, the giant clear span trusses. I mean, everything was just in rough steel, you know, out of a factory with primer. And I'd say this one single thing we've spent the most time on is painting the steel.
Yes, like, prep and painting.
Yeah.
Weeks of preparation to paint raw steel.
Yeah. And obviously that's on Myers. They're doing a good job, but building the building actually took less time than painting it.
Yes.
Which is crazy to think.
So it's fun to see everything go up and it's really exciting, but then it almost looks like it all slows down because you get into like the MEPs and the air lines that we put in and plumbing and lots of electrical, and you wanted 220 for welders. So it's getting all that in. It's a little bit more boring than seeing a giant building go up. Yeah,
from like footers to slab to constructing the skeleton of the building, it happened so fast.
Yep. And
then now it's just slow motion. I will say when we put the drywall up, that felt like a massive change in everything with these offices behind us, but it's speeding up and slowing down. That's just how it is.
Absolutely. So as far as the project as a whole, with your personal residence next to your personal hangar, is that something that you envisioned early on, or was that always the dream, or how did that actually evolve?
Well, I originally wanted a house hangar all in one.
Like a big barn dominium almost.
Yeah, correct. And we looked at a lot of different designs. I met with Brad with Chambliss Steel Buildings about doing something like that. My wife and I had a lot of inspiration online. And then we started thinking about, and this is all kind of before we had kids, or right around when we had kids. And then we were thinking a lot about like, okay, what if I'm leaving late at night in a helicopter or an airplane, or coming in early from the house, and talking with Mike and stuff about insurance. You know, we ended up seeking an insurance company and discussing with them, is it better to have them separated, things like that, and ultimately made more sense to have them separated how they are now.
So tell me the toys that are going to be here, other than a couple planes. Like, what do you think the coolest thing that's going to be parked in this hangar?
Well, you know, at our shop, we're very limited on our space as of right now. So I for sure see cars just parked in here, you know, race cars, things like that we haven't are not using maybe during the rainy season or during the winter season, whatever. And then, you know, a couple helicopters, turboprop, and our Carbon Cub be parked in here. Probably a skid steer, and then just some of my personal collection stuff.
Oh, so, yeah, that'll be fun to see.
It'll be cool, yeah, next to the man cave.
So can we talk a little bit about the man cave and like what this is going to be in the end, and like what you're going to use this for? Kind of tell us what this is going to be like.
Yeah. Oh, the tile.
Woo. Yeah, a little different, right?
It looks so good. I was looking at their joints, how perfect they are.
Oh yeah. They're all set with clips.
I know, it's so immaculate too. They did a great job on it. So the man cave, the idea is we have a massive TV here.
That's the 100-incher.
100-incher.
Yep.
We've got a simulator, we've got a little bar, and then a pool table, nice couch, that's it. This is a spot for my buddies and I to hang out without disturbing the house after hours and just have cool stuff in here. No one to please aesthetically, besides myself in here, you know. My wife has no say in this room.
So basically every man's dream.
It's a man cave.
Every man's dream.
Yeah, I've always wanted a man cave, so we thought let's build one, and it's looking immaculate. I mean, it just needs some trim and paint. This baby's done. Maybe some lights, but we're about there.
Well, lights are getting installed next week. More electrical trim out is going to be happening in here, and we're going to be moving into cabinets soon and finishes. So we were in drywall. We're now into finishes, and this whole process is going to be wrapping up soon in the hangar. We're going to be focusing more on the main house, which is where we're going to go to next. So let's walk into the inside.
Yeah. What's up with this furring? Do they paint it?
No, this is raw. This is composite, so it doesn't degrade over time, and it expands and contracts more at the same rate as the acre siding. The stucco guys are going to start putting up bead on Monday. They'll stucco that. We'll have Myers come back and paint it so it's not raw. And then our guys will start putting up the acre.
Got it. We're gonna have to kill that music.
Yeah. So, Cleetus, what part of this build are you most looking forward to?
Well, can I talk about what's outside, or do I need to stick to the house part?
We can talk about whatever you want.
I would say having a pool is gonna be my favorite thing. I don't have a pool, and I know my kids love swimming, so I can't wait to be able to just swim on the weekends with them and hang out outside, have something to do.
So is that the part of this project that is going to literally break the internet when it's finished?
I think so. I mean, it's so good.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the pool and what your vision is, and maybe we can take a look at it?
Yeah, so out here we've got about a 60-foot long Chevy logo swimming pool. And this is like part of my initial inspiration in building a house and a pool. I started my career with a t-shirt that had a Chevy logo on it, so we thought we'd bring that back in gigantic pool form with a big Chevy logo.
Well, that's near and dear to my heart because I'm a Chevy guy. I'm the only guy really that drives a GMC at Trinity, and furthermore, my grandfather worked and was a welder for Delco GM for 30 years and retired, so I really love this. This thing kind of evolved. Awesome. We went back and forth between a Chevy pool and a regular pool that was tiled with an American flag.
I know.
So how did you decide between the tiled American flag and a real Chevy symbol?
Well, I mean, the tiled American flag sounded cool.
Yep.
But like, we've all stood in a tiled pool before. They're always missing tiles. So I didn't want to have tiles. And then I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? You know, I announced that I'm doing a Chevy pool. How can I go back on it? Even though a lot of people were in support of changing it, I thought to myself, I got to do what I originally said. And, you know, there was a lot of pushback from some of the other project managers. My wife, in fact. And she came here yesterday and was like, this is so sick.
And it's huge.
It turned out way cooler than we thought it would. Like, it was a little, you know, kind of a gimmick. It's kind of a Cleetus thing to do for sure to have a Chevy pool, but now that it's done, it's so sick. So we're really excited. It's got huge sun shelf for the babies. It's got a bench this whole side. The middle is set up to be a volleyball arena that we can all play in, and then we'll have a basketball hoop on the other side, and then the deep end for the kids to dive in, go deep, you know, down there, and hold their breath, you know, have some fun. So it's a really cool pool that I just kind of dreamed up a couple years ago, and I'm pumped to see it.
So, important question. You and I talked about early on of one of the intentions of this pool was to skip a side-by-side across the pool. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening.
I know. And that was one of the things I mentioned in the design phase to Casey. But Casey, I think Casey intentionally blocked it with the house.
Maybe to save you from yourself?
Maybe. Maybe he wanted to save me from my own. I'm almost certain there will end up being a side-by-side in this at some point, but we'll see. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
It's just been really good, man. I know that a lot of people told me to choose Trinity, and
Yep.
it's proved itself throughout the process that it was the right decision. So.
Well, Cleetus, man, I really appreciate working with
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you for walking through the house with us today. Guys, Cleetus McFarland, that's a wrap. We'll see you soon.